We are live. We are live. That's all I was waiting on was that live to hit. Excuse me. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back, y'all. This is Brown and Balance. This is season 2 of the live show. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with everybody. I had no idea how season 1 was gonna turn out. We had a ball on season 1. We had a bunch of dope guests. We had a bunch of dope bartenders. We had partnerships. It was just nuts, right? Whole season 1 was crazy. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I learned a lot about people that, I knew that as friends, and I learned new things about them. We had baby announcements. We had cocktails being made live. It was just, season 1 was crazy. So what better way than to come back a couple of months later for season 2, man? We kind of like the Bulls in the 90s. This is the 92, 93 run. So I'm going to be standing there like Jordan when he hit them 6 threes and just do one of these. Like, every show's going to get more amazing and more amazing and more amazing. And I'm just going to do one of these like, hey, I tried to tell y'all a long time ago, Brown and Balance is the way. So welcome. Thank you. Before I get started, we're going to do what we did last season, man. And we got to keep it going because we can't forget these names. Rest in peace to George Floyd. Rest in peace to Ahmaud Arbery. Say her name, please, Breonna Taylor. These people still need justice. All right, so we not letting that die. That will continue every episode I'm on. I pray that I don't have to add any more names to that welcoming, but hey, it's here, it's real, it's what's happening in our world, and it's things that I want to always bring to light. Shout out to Campari community. I had to break the hoodie out. I put it in the cleaners last week. I said, oh, the hoodie got to be nice and crisp. Thank you to Campari. Everybody, please follow Campari community on Instagram. Tap in with them. And then also, again, y'all know what I'm going to do, the Campari mailing list. I just got something really nice in the mail just yesterday that I opened up and enjoyed. And our first guest, when we bring her on, we're going to talk about what we just received in the mail because she's featured in it and her name is in it. So without further ado, we might as well get into the guest. Let's get me off the screen, right? So our first guest, Miss Monique Brackett. Where you at, love?
Hi.
All that energy you came in on. That's what I'm about.
Hey, Josh.
How are you today?
I'm great. Great.
You swagged out. You know what I mean? Good to go. You know what I mean?
Yes. I got my Ray nephew on. I'm my Solange Knowles hairstyle.
I love it. Well, look, I just want to say that you introduce yourself to the people and let us know like what you're excited for Brown and Balance season 2.
Oh my gosh. Well, hello everyone. My name is Monique Brackett. I am the Jamaican Rum Portfolio Ambassador for Campari America. Bop, 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 bop. And this is just a great opportunity. I'm glad to be here today. I mean, I spent all of 2020 watching Brown and Balance episodes. So I feel honored to be here today. What am I most excited for? I mean, our continued amplified melanated voices, our continued passion, our continued just seeing us on screen. It's so beautiful. And I give props to folks like you, Josh, because what you're doing in this industry right now is necessary.
Thank you.
Necessary.
Thank you.
And, as someone who's new to the world of brand ambassadorship, I come from the sales side. So from the brand ambassador point of view, like, just look at us.
We out here.
Yes. Look what we're doing.
Out here.
So it's beautiful. And I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to come with this year. Obviously, with the partnership, we're excited about that, too. I'm sure you're going to touch up more on that in a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, well, one, I've been rocking with Campari for a long time. Like, I'm just,
right.
This is not, look, Campari did not pay me to say this.
No, we didn't.
I've been rocking with Campari products forever, man. Shout out. Y'all see it. You already see it. This is
and I got the bad boy here on the side.
Man, like, this is what we do, right? Like, I've been rocking. So, man, Campari has been, our relationship started around Juneteenth, and that was that was mind blowing. How that turned out, and then we've continued on for season 1 and now for season 2. So, thank you. Like, from all of you guys over there, I really appreciate everything you guys are doing to help me continue to do this, help Lush Life and myself and everybody else. And then we just trying to just change what people see, right?
Right.
Like if you don't, if you don't try, nothing ever gets changed, right? So, stuff can be hard to change, as we can see in the world, right? We saw the last 4 years and how hard it was just to get to this next 4.
Exactly. And, and I think we sit in a very unique position right now. And I think it's necessary. I keep saying that, and I've been saying that for the last year. It's necessary. And it's more than just a necessity. I think at this point, especially companies like mine, we're taking this seriously.
Yep.
And we're proving, we're show forth and proving. This is the proving ground. This is where we have to say, put your cards on the table, say what you're going to do. Our brands are lifestyle brands. They're brands that speak to people's personalities. They say a lot about who you are. Campari is not on your back bar. What you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah.
What are you doing? Right? Aperol, what are you doing? Appleton Estate, it's a strong Jamaican heritage brand. You're talking about we're heritage brands. So to be able to step a little back to come forward, thing.
I love it. Speaking of which, I'm gonna need one of them Ray and Nephew jackets in the XL. But we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, you're gonna be me tied up on here. People gonna be DMing.
Because then everybody gonna hit you up if you say yes. So I'm just throwing it out there, and then we get back in the green room. We can talk about that, a little later.
No problem.
That goes real good with that jacket. So, but no, Mo, thank you. I really appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you being a part of this, man, and to see a strong, powerful, smart Black woman in the position you're in. Hat goes off to you. You know what I mean? Because, again, you don't see a lot of us in positions like you're in, positions like I'm in, other people that we know. So salute to you. Thank you. And man, I can't wait to see what else we're gonna do the rest of the season. I told you I'm gonna invest in the cuss button because Anne Louise is not gonna let me curse on here. So anybody knows it's hard for me not to curse, right? So we got 12 episodes this season. It's gonna be hard not to let a couple slip. So I'm gonna invest in the cuss button that'll just mute us automatically.
And I'm gonna invest in a Josh cuss jar.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be rich at the end of this.
Yeah, you will. Actually, what we should do? Look, we should do this. We have a Josh cuss jar. Everybody, you keep track of it, and then whatever it is at the end of the 12 episodes, I'll match it and we donate it to a Black charity.
Bam.
Boom. There, y'all heard it here live. Nah.
We're doing that. I'm serious. I'm gonna do that. But I want to say again to everybody that's watching. Thank you for supporting our brands. Thank you for loving our brands. As a community of Campari professionals, we're just indebted to you guys, especially over the last year. The things that the bartending community has done with our brands, hats off to you all. It's been a great opportunity for us to see how much our brands mean to the community. And we want to also do things that's going to show that you all mean the same to us. So I thank everyone that's watching, the bartender community, stay safe, stay strong. We're going to come out of this a lot stronger than we went into this. Absolutely. And keep going. I mean, the industry is us. And so we got to keep it going. We can't let anybody else out this fire for us. This is our industry. So stay strong, guys. And again, from the whole Campari group, thank you so much for supporting us and continuing to love the brands.
Thank you, Mo. I appreciate you again. I'm gonna keep telling you that every time I talk to you. I appreciate you. Thank you. We met over Instagram, and now we're getting ready to do this. So I can't wait for us to be able to be in person and have enjoy some Ray and Nephew with some Russells or some turkey or something together.
That's right. I'm gonna be in your hood very soon, so look out for me.
I got you. You good? You straight. You with me? I got you. Don't even worry about it. So thank you. All right. So now I'm gonna throw you back in the green room because I feel like I put my foot in my mouth with the cuss jar thing, but that's okay. Throw you back in the green room, and then we'll get ready to move on to the rest of the show. So that was our first guest, man. Shout out to Monique Brackett, man. She's so dope, y'all. Like, you sometimes you just meet people and they're dope. And then you actually meet them for real and you see how dope they really are. I love it. I love people that are authentically themselves. If anybody knows me, knows that's something I preach. That's something that I stand on to authentically always be you. So with that being said, before we move on to our next guest, I want to throw some things out there, some new things we got going. So y'all remember all the dope segments we had, right? We had Better Cribs and Gardens with Kiata. We had somebody come get these bleep kids, you know what I mean? With start off with Paris, and then Paris moved on to something different. So we brought in Sherry Bradley to be the host there. And then we also had Work It with my girl Christina Ash, man, who showed us tips and things we could do behind the bar to keep ourselves, you know, in relatively good shape, right? Like, you know, I still got the quarantine 15 on. I've been in the gym working it out, but it's coming off slowly but surely. But I wanted to let you guys know we're bringing those segments back. But along with bringing those segments back, we're adding some new ones too. So again, we re-up for 12 episodes. We need to bring you guys more content. So one of the very special, dope, like fun segments that I created over for this new season is OG Talk. Anybody out there that knows, I created the OG7 t-shirts. You can check out the Brown and Balance on Teespring. Check out the store there, and you can order yourself one if you haven't. For everyone who has ordered one, man, salute to you. Thank you. That money's going to some good causes. But those OGs were the people who I saw when I was growing up in this industry and coming into my own and trying to be somebody. You know, just wanted to leave my mark on this industry in whatever kind of way I was going to end up leaving it. And those are the people that inspired me. Some of them personally helped me. Some of them helped me from a distance because one person was across the pond. So, you know, he helped me from a distance, but whenever he was in the States, he always reached out. So with that, we created an OG Talk segment. But what we're doing is we're going to have some people who have moved into OG status come back and talk to you guys and give younger bartenders tips and tricks. I'm super excited about that. And I'm going to tell you right now, the first OG that's coming when we do the OG Talk segment is straight out of Atlanta, Tiffany Barrier. I don't need to tell y'all how crazy dope Tiffany is. You should just know. If you don't know, I don't know what rock you've been living under all these years. So Tiffany will be the first installment of the OG Talk. I got some more special guests coming for more episodes of that, but she'll be number one. She's going to kick it off, man. She's going to drop some gems on some people. Me and Tiff go back in this game 12, 13, 14 years, man. So when I say lit, that session with just me and her talking and just, you know, talking back to our younger bartender selves and trying to help younger bartenders trying to, you know, come up in this industry, some of the tips and tricks that we've learned over the years that, you know, we used. And so some things that we did that we trying to keep y'all from having to do, that's it. So that's one. I'll tell you guys some more segments that we got coming as we move through the show. But without further ado, last year when we did the show, we had a media partner. I ain't never done media before. Like I'm like Jay-Z said, you know, where I come from, we didn't like taking pictures, right? We didn't like talking to the media. We didn't do anything like that. But I met this amazing lady who has an amazing platform that I've been following for years. And she came on and jumped on with us. So Miss Tara Fougner, I never say it right. Tara, can you pop on real quick?
Hi.
I say your name different every time I say it. You know that, right?
That doesn't matter. It's Fougner.
Fougner. All right, I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna put a voice memo so that way I can just, you know, train myself.
Like Beyonce, just Tara. You know?
Just Tara.
Just Tara.
Boom. There it is.
Just
so
Tara.
This is Tara. This is our media partner with Thirsty. So all the guest bartenders and all the amazing featured bartenders that come on, Tara interviews them for us, and they get a nice spread in Thirsty. So I'm gonna get out the way and let Tara tell us how much she enjoyed season 1, and then what she's looking forward to in season 2, because she gets to see all the bartenders before you guys do. So, floor is yours.
That's always so exciting to get a bit of a sneak peek, and honestly, it is it's one of my favorite parts and one of my favorite programs. What you said about Monique, like, oh, you met her on Instagram. I love that. And I think it's so amazing because IG friends are real friends.
Absolutely.
Like, for real. Like, that's a thing. And especially in these times, like some of the people that have been on Brown and Balance or fans of Brown and Balance have actually become my like legit friends. And we talk more than some other folks that I've known for a long time. But how is your Black History Month going? It's Black Women's History Week right now.
Look, I'm Black 365 days a year, right? But I'm extra Black this month, right? And it's just been amazing. Like to see as many people as I've seen, doing panels and contributing to things, I've seen it more this year than any other year. And I've truly, truly enjoyed it. Like, I don't want people to call me because I want to watch everybody else, right? You know what I mean? Like, I just want to see all my friends in all these publications and magazines and panels and Zooms, and it's just been amazing. So I've enjoyed, outside of the winter wonderland that we've had in Chicago with the 9 feet of snow, I've enjoyed my Black History Month more this year than ever before, because again, these last 4 years have been so tumultuous, so horrible, and last summer was so bad. Like, that was probably the worst summer in my 41 years on this planet. To see everybody coming together this month has been an amazing, amazing time.
Of course, someone's trying, like, as you're saying something so heartfelt, someone decides, like, I'm gonna mow my lawn now. But I don't want to take up too much space here. It is it means the world to me to have earned your trust and to continue to earn it, and to continue to. I also, what you said, I want to see. Yes, I'm speaking to you, all of you people out there.
Oh yeah.
I want to see that energy after Black History Month is over, all through 2021 and then some. I want to see all of this energy amplifying, supporting, putting people on panels where they deserve to be, highlight, showcase, groom, mentor, all of that. Keep that energy going. But back to what I was saying before is that it's truly an honor to have the opportunity to earn your trust and to earn your friendship. That being said, I am a guest in this space. And I want to speak again to some people out there. And if you think I'm speaking to you, I probably am. But if you are invited so warmly into someone's house, into someone's space, and that space is not of the color, culture, race, ethnicity that you are a part of or you identify with, please always remember that you are a welcome guest, and that welcome can be taken away. Treat your host like they are beyond family. Honor them, and remember your place as a guest, and to not speak for them or speak over them. And on that note, I'm going to say, let's protect and love our Asian family. Much love to all the Latinos around the world, especially my family in Puerto Rico. And I'm giving up my time, please.
No, you're not done yet. No, you're not done. No, I got you now. We here now. I got you. You're not done yet. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who was your favorite interview from season 1?
Okay, see, that's so unfair, but I'm gonna have to go back to someone who has actually become such a good friend of mine, like actually someone whom I speak to and I seek advice of, Brittany Clark.
Brittany's so dope. Yeah, Brittany is very dope. Very dope.
I need to get myself to ... for sure. And it's been an honor and a blessing to get to know her as a human and call her a friend. So I'm sorry, you put me on the spot. It's me.
I got to hang out with her. I went down to Charlotte. I got to hang out with her. Went to ... Man, shout out to Stefan, all the family over there. Like I feel like me and you should take a North Carolina trip, right? Because
Campari, are you listening?
Because
production crew, we're going.
Because number one, I can put the little filler out there. We got 2 of the North Carolina bartenders will be featured as featured bartenders on Brown and Balance season 2. 2 of the dopest. So we had 1 last season, and we got 2 more this season. So I don't know. I think we need to start working on season 3, so that way we can get some more of those dope North Carolina bartenders in there. You're on mute, babe. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Because stupid freaking. Okay, I'm gonna plug that out. It's just on the noise. But Campari community, shout out to you again. I'm gonna plug them, a little plug. But I think that we should take the show on the road. Let's get a film crew. Let's get a camera crew. Black and tan. What do you think? Hey,
we the Charlemagne and the Angela Martinez of bartending. Just so y'all know, man. Me and Tar have some ideas and some stuff we're gonna do. I dropped the ball because I got too busy and I didn't follow up on something. But we're gonna make that happen.
When the time is right, no one is safe. They
ain't
no ready.
One. Charlemagne and Angie Martinez. Y'all not ready for us, uncensored and uncut us. Y'all not ready for that. So
indeed.
Tara, I just want to thank you for again, being past a friend, your family now. You know what I mean? You're not just a friend anymore, you family. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the work you helping us do. And anything we can do to continue to support you, you already know I'm here.
So much love. See you
Love.
soon. I'll be tuning in. I'll go to
all right, mama. All right, y'all. So, that was our media partner, man. Like I said, we lit, man. We lit. So, I didn't say this last segment, but I'm going to say it now. Y'all should already know. Campari Community. Follow them on Instagram. Hit the link. I haven't looked at the Facebook comments, but I know that Brittany Leach put the link to the Campari mailing list in the comments. I know this. Like, I don't even have to look. I just know what happened. By all means, please hit that link. Get on the mailing list. I received this hoodie in the mail that I love. I received something very special yesterday that with Monique, that our first guest, she was a part of, that I got in the mail yesterday that I was really proud of to see, and I'm going to utilize it. By all means, please, y'all, Campari. They are not paying me to say this. I'm just saying, if y'all love me, love them like you love me. You feel me? So look, before we move to our next guest, who I can't wait to bring this person on. When we move to our next guest, I'm gonna give y'all another segment that we're doing this year. We're gonna highlight a Black business segment, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start highlighting Black business owners in this hospitality space. There are a ton of mobile bartenders. There are a ton of bartenders who create their own syrups, tinctures, and cocktail kits, and I mean, they just bitters, and they just do all type of creative things. And they're small businesses, one, so they've been hit the hardest during the pandemic. And two, they Black. So, I'm gonna rock with you anyway. You know what I mean? I try to spend as much Black in the Black community as I can. So we're gonna highlight some different ones. I haven't got the confirmation yet of the first person I want to bring on, so I'm not gonna say who they are yet. But if we can get that person on, that's going to be a great conversation. Me and that person did a IG live about a week ago on their business page, and we had a good time. So by all means, please get ready, get tuned. We're going to highlight some money that you can spend your money and circulate your dollars in the Black community, because I feel like we just need to. And I'm going to just leave it there. That has been a whole long discussion, and we only got an hour and a half. That's a whole nother call. Maybe when we do Brown and Balance After Dark on Instagram, we'll have that discussion. So with that being said, let me bring up our next guest. Our next guest is a Brown and Balance alum. She was part of the infamous 2018 Can't Run Amok Brown and Balanced. She was there. I know for a fact she was there because I have a picture. But she is the newest member of the Lush Life team, our social media maven, our TikTok queen, Miss Janai Williams. Will you please come to the front? What's happening?
Hey, it is me.
It is you. Hey, look, this lady is amazing. Like, I've known she's amazing.
You're too kind.
I met her at 2018 camp. Like I said, she's part of the infamous, Brown and Balance. We ain't gonna talk too much about.
We know.
The next time we had her, next time she's at Brown and Balance, how we were 6-7 months pregnant?
I wasn't that pregnant. I was about 5, so around there. Yeah, I was about halfway pregnant.
Okay, so she was pregnant, but look, she killed it with the sequin gold dress, like pregnant and all, rocked out Brown and Balance at Portland Cocktail Week, and now she's moving on to some new things. So I kind of told them what you do, but why don't you let the people know what you've been having going on since we've been in the pandemic?
Oh, so much. So after the pandemic started, I lost my job, which was, the usual happened to everybody. But since then, I kind of turned my talents digitally. So the first thing that I did was I wanted to start blogging again. I used to blog a few years ago, fell out of love with it, but I knew that you could create, generate some kind of income doing that. So I started blogging about everyday tech and productivity, kind of like tips. And my website's called everydayjanae.com. That's where I do that. And then just to kind of, keep my skills sharp, and also to just kind of like generate a bigger social media presence, I started making TikToks of me, dancing to music and making cocktails. and people really like it, so I keep doing it.
It's dope. Can you tell people about that correlation you made between like trap music and cocktails? Because I don't think a lot of people that, unless they hang out at quote unquote urban bar, like I almost cursed. See,
but see, let's not do that, because they play hip hop music at regular bars too.
Will you tell them?
There's just no black people in those bars usually.
Exactly.
But
you know what I mean?
So,
but can you bring that correlation about how you brought it together? Because I truly love that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had a little bit of, I thought to myself, like, what is my real purpose? And I think that something that's really important to me is incorporating my culture and my community into what I do now, which is, I make cocktails. So I had this idea a long time ago of, I really want to, I like when I open bars, I usually listen to hip hop music because it makes me work faster. But I also just like working to that music. Mm-hmm. So I what if I like filmed myself dancing to, hip hop music and making cocktails? And so, TikTok, shot off. I was like, well, maybe I'll try doing it on here. And I did. And people really liked it. And I do want to say that it is reaching communities. I had a guy who he wasn't even bartending at the time. He was a DJ at this place I used to freelance at. Okay. And now he bartends there, and he watches my videos, and he's like, yo, I didn't even know about this stuff. Like, you're really teaching me stuff, like, keep up. So it's really people like him that keep me going. And, I know I'm onto something good. And I really just want to, help out our community and find a way to kind of like, give them another opportunity, or another avenue for education, really. Okay. Because it's, especially in New Orleans, it's not readily available to anybody. Like, the reason I do what I do now is literally by luck. I happened to walk into a bar that was a cocktail bar, and I applied, and they accepted me. Yeah, I didn't know about any. I didn't even know what Tales of the Cocktail was until 2018. Wow.
And you were in New Orleans and didn't know.
Yes. Wow. Yes, but that's a word, they don't, a lot of cocktail bars don't invest in New Orleans specifically. They don't invest in the local community. New Orleans is 60% Black.
Yeah, that's a black city.
Most of the bartenders, or most of the successful bartenders in New Orleans are not actually from New Orleans. And that's that's a thing to think about. Wow. Why aren't people investing in the community, And so I was like, this is what I can do in this moment right now. So that's what I did.
Wow, that's great. Like I just learned something new about you that I didn't even know. And I've been rocking with you for a while and did not know that at all. That's crazy. But before I ask you my next question, I got one a heater. I'm working on my interviewing skill. What's your one song to get your shift started? Like, I know mine, but what's your one song you have to play before you get your energy right?
I don't know. I used to play a lot of Beyonce. Beyonce is everything when you need like a pick-me-up. And I played a lot of Lemonade. I used to always, when I worked at Bakery Bar in New Orleans, I used to have R&B Thursdays. So I would play all the R&B songs. I used to listen to a lot of her. I'm really into Giveon right now. So I listen to a lot of him, a lot of Lucky Day. If I was bartending right now, that'd be my whole playlist. But,
love Lucky Day.
Definitely Beyonce. I always started the day with a Beyonce song because you can't go wrong.
Yeah, at all. All right. Okay, I dig it. I mean, I'm not the Beyonce. I know everybody found that out last season. I'm not the Beyonce fan, but her husband is my guy. That's why I rock.
Oh, okay.
But no, that's dope. So with you doing the social media thing and with you blowing up, because we're gonna get you TikTok famous. You want to talk about your new position that you started a little while ago? That I'm really happy that now we're teammates.
Absolutely, because it was like it really was a true blessing. Because like I told the Lush Life crew, I was like, if y'all hadn't hit me up or considered me for this position, I didn't know what I was gonna do, because the kind of like intersection of trying to find childcare and also looking for an active bartender position is not a fun spot to be in. But so my position now is I am the social media manager for Lush Life Production. So I plan out all the social media and help out with all of the kind of like production and graphic design and things like that, and I really enjoy it. And it kind of fits my specialty, because I really, especially since I've been unemployed, or I stopped bartending, I realized that digital production, thank you, all the people telling me congratulations. Thank you. I really love being on camera. I love directing people on camera and kind of just, creating visual and photo aesthetics. It really just fits me as a person. And I'm really grateful because Lush Life really changed my life. And you, Josh, I have to shout you out too, because you really, you have no idea, like the validation that you give me and everybody, like Brittany Clark, the validation that you give me, Tara, the validation that you give me, it really helps me because I, especially now, I'm like a lot of people, like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where I was going to go. And, I just did what I thought was best. I took a chance on myself and I just started putting myself out there. And luckily it was able to find, it gained me employment. But I would, it wouldn't have gotten there if I hadn't been validated by everybody, including you. So I really want to appreciate you. And shout out to Lush Life.
You're not finna try to make me cry on camera. First of all right, I can't curse on camera, one. All right, and I got 12 episodes to get through. And you're not finna make me cry on the first episode. We're not finna do that.
Not even just like a little tear?
No, I'm not gonna do the one tear. Like I'm not finna do that. No, no, not today. No. Because see, Mia keeps saying she got this video of me crying. You know what I mean? When I did Brown & Balance Oakland. You know what I mean? Oh, wait, somebody just asked, my startup song? Oh, that's easy. All There by Young Jeezy. Once I can't tell you. You know what? I gotta save the explanation for that for Brown & Balance on Instagram. I can't tell the explanation why that song, but we'll do that over on IG. You know what I mean? But Janae, thank you for coming on. I can't wait. You're killing it on social media. That post yesterday, shout out to Paige. That post yesterday was amazing. Like everybody got a little emotional. You know what I mean when she said that, because Paige is amazing, man. And shout out to Paige Waldwin. She will be our first featured bartender on season 2, man, of season 2 of Brown & Balance. So shout out to her, man. You know what I mean? It's dope. I love the work you're doing. You make us all look better with your social media posts. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No doubt, always. All right, so let me get you back in the green room because I know Duane's back there. Like, I know he's ready to get on this camera, but we're not going to get to him yet. But I know he's ready to get in this camera real fast so he can bother me. You know what I mean? But thank you again, Janae. So with that being said, that's Janae Williams, Brown & Balance alumni. You know what I mean? Maybe on IG and the Brown & Balance After Dark, we'll talk about the 2018.
Oh, gosh. Let's not talk about it.
Hey, all I know is
but the thing is, I can see all of the photos from then. Ooh. It's a lot.
Ooh, man.
Don't put me on blast. It's a hot mess.
I can tell one story that won't get neither one of us. I won't lose no sponsorship. Okay. All I know is I saw you and I was like, wait, she's from New Orleans. So I played that nice, famous New Orleans song by Juvenile, and you completely lost your mind for about 7 minutes.
You gosh darn, I did. Yeah.
I love the gosh darn. That's dope. I love it. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. You know what I mean? Right. So, but thank you, love. I appreciate you as always.
Thank you, Josh.
No doubt. All right, guys. That was Janae, man. This is like I said, we just moving through season 2, man. We bringing on this the kickoff show. We bringing some guests in, man. All the people that are coming on are behind the scenes working to make Brown & Balance dope. And I appreciate each and every person we're bringing on, along with the people who aren't on camera. So I got to shout them out real quick. Lindsay, Leo, Liz, my super producer Dave today, who's stepping in for my other super producer Leo, Brittany, the whole family over at Lush Life, man. They are making things happen, man. And they believe in this. And the fact that they believe in this and they're giving me the stage, this platform to use on their platform, I'm eternally grateful. I will always ride or die for y'all. Y'all already know how I feel, man. You know what I mean? Y'all my squad, y'all my family, and there's nothing I won't do for you. So thank you again, because this was just an idea that I had one night in the middle of the night, woke up, had an idea, told you guys, and you have thrown everything to assist this. Words can't describe. So thank you. I'm getting tied up, and y'all say y'all not gonna make me get emotional on camera. I'm not doing that. Not yet. Maybe by episode 10, but not yet. Shout out to Latrice. No, it's not. I'm not. It is okay to cry, but I'm not going to do it. You know me for real. You know I'm not going to do that on camera. So we're moving on. We're going to get over to our next person. Y'all see this, though? Y'all see this, right? This looks like me. I made sure to put this up. My kids was like, Dad, is that you? And there's a person responsible for this. And there's a person that's responsible for the amazing graphics that come out for Brown & Balance. And she don't be on camera enough for my liking, so we're gonna bring her on camera now, Miss Kisira Hilll.
What's up?
Yeah, you see, right, you see, I had to put myself by myself real quick. You know what I mean? Because you did that, man. So thank you.
I love to see it.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on. So this is the person, guys, that does all the amazing graphics that y'all see posted 18,000 times leading up to a Brown and Balance. This is the person that did our Juneteenth graphics. She does a lot of work for a lot of different brands. She did that dope calendar from Campari that I got upstairs in my kitchen. That calendar is amazing. You know what I mean? She did, look, there it is. You know what I mean? Mine's upstairs. So I love it. So consider, if you can, maybe go over, like, you know, your inspiration when you're making graphics. Maybe you want to talk about some of the ones you've done for us, and I'm gonna just get out the way and just let you be the expert, because I don't know how to draw nothing. So
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. I want to talk a little bit about kind of the inspiration first, because when I first started working with y'all, the first thing that we did was the Brown and Balanced Juneteenth feature. And before we show some content for that, or as we show some content for that, there's the poster right there. I, first of all, am in love with this. This is the first opportunity I got to be able to create with y'all. And a lot of my inspiration comes from 70s kind of blaxploitation movie posters, a lot of books and event posters from the 70s are definitely a major part of my influence. So I've got a couple of album covers here that I have in my office that I look at all the time. You saw me bring this one up, Josh, when I went live with Focus on
yes,
Health.
yes,
But I look at this Marvin Gaye cover all the time. And you'll see, you know, artwork for me that definitely pulls from some of these colors. You know what I'm saying? It pulls from some really cool kind of graphics. And again, like, you know, album covers, 70s artwork, stuff like that is at the core of the design that I like to do. And that's mainly, I think, initially because there's so many amazing Black moments of culture that happened in the 70s, you know, funk, disco, all of the music, all of the vibes, that I think that just like that disco vibe is something that I love. You know what I mean? This is
word.
Bootsy. I also play the bass, so I love me some Bootsy Collins.
Shout out to B.
Um, yes. And so the last one I'm gonna show is this Best of Donny Hathaway.
Oh, that's.
This album cover I love. Yeah.
I just got another
So
idea. I just got another idea. So we're gonna talk.
yep. Because you said something about this Marvin Gaye album. I was like, I'll put you right here. This can be, you know, Brown and Balanced 3.0. We got Josh in the front. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I need that. I need that. Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
get hung up in my house. Like, I need that. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, with the illustrations that we're doing with live, what we did in 2020, if we could show some images from that, a lot of that influence is definitely like 70s artwork, a lot of Black culture kind of fed in there, and I love it. So yeah, let's look at some Brown and Balanced live from 2020,
Super
because we
producer
had
is
some
back.
amazing. Right, they're pulling it up. Um, what do you think, Josh, of your digitized version of yourself, your illustration? Because
Well,
doing these illustrations are so much fun, but at the same time, sometimes it can be intimidating to draw folks and be like, do you know what I mean? Does this fit your image? Is this, you know, how you feel like you're represented?
when I saw it, like when I got it, so I'll never forget. Like when I got the package came, it was just somebody knocked on the door and just left it on the porch. So I was like, you know, is this a bomb? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, you make sure I ain't make nobody mad. And I opened up and saw it and was just like, wow, you made me look way better than I probably do look in real life. You know what I mean? Like, cartoon Josh is way more handsome than real Josh. You know what I mean? Like, you captured me, and it was really like, I've never seen that before, right? Like, I've literally never, nobody's ever done that. You know, I know a lot of artists, but I've never had anybody do this. And I was like, wow, like, Kisira is dope. And if I'm not mistaken, you hand drew these, right?
Yeah, I hand drew all of them. So the one that we have up right now is Joe, who is amazing. I got to meet in NOLA in 2019, 19, I think, the first time that we had Resistance served. And being able to draw folks that I know, being able to draw folks that I don't know in the industry is amazing, especially just how it feels to be like a Black creator, a Black illustrator and graphic design person, but also a hospitality person. Like, it's amazing to be able to bring folks to life in a digital way. And it's also just particularly amazing to bring people of color to life, because I feel like a lot of, at least in the kind of graphic design sphere, if you follow any pages or like to see any kind of illustrators do stuff, the standard, much like standards in the United States across the board, is usually, you know, a white person or a cis white male, right? So for me, as a woman of color, as someone that definitely looks to create content and collab with folks like yourself that are putting people of color at the forefront of the work that they do, that's how I feel about kind of illustrating, not only for y'all, but just as a whole, just that visibility work of people of color in illustrations. You know, it's dope. We've got Joe here. And then also with the cocktails, you know what I'm saying? I was a bartender. I still categorize myself as a bartender, hospitality person, although I am focused in graphic design right now. Working from home, being able to make that pivot has been a privilege. But drawing cocktails and bringing that to life as well is really amazing. And, you know, when you're a bartender and you create something like a cocktail, it kind of puts a little bit more clout on like the stuff that you do if you have them in different spheres, right? You have people promoting your work, just like with the calendar, Wild Turkey, just like Brown Balance Live, drawing out folks' cocktails. It's like bringing folks' work to life. And that's something that I love, you know?
No, you are an amazing artist. Like, I knew you were a bartender. I did not know you did, you know, graphic design until we started working together doing it. And I remember the first time I saw the Brown and Balanced, like the color scheme, you sent out like a color scheme. I was like, this is dope. Just pick what you want. I don't like, I know it's just the fact that you had that much detail to say, this is the color scheme I want to use. Pick out the shades you want. That let me know, like, oh, I'm dealing with, this ain't somebody who just draws on the low. Like, she don't just draw gang signs. You know, she do this for real. So let her just be as creative as she can be. And you are, I mean, every time I see a graphic, I appreciate it more and more and more. So thank you again for everything you're doing for us. Like, you're amazing. So.
Yeah, y'all are dope. And, you know, again, I appreciate the kind of like free reign that you've allowed me to kind of draw with y'all, because it really has birthed into this really cool kind of retro visual representation of the diversity of work that y'all are doing. So I'm here for it. Thank you.
And shout out to Andy, who took those pictures for that other project I was doing. Shout out to Andy. He's amazing. He just sent me the Dropbox today. I can't wait to open up and take a look at it. So y'all got the whole digital space on lock at y'all house. So understand, y'all.
We're a creative household. Exactly.
Yeah, this is a one-stop shop. Hey, if you need Kisira, I'll get you her Cash App or her Venmo or whatever. You need to do some work for a man. Support a Black creative today. Which brings me, while I still have her on camera, to our next new segment. Is going to be about Black creatives, where I want to feature not just Black bartenders, but I feel like Black creatives and artists are kind of in that same space as Black bartenders. We don't, there's a few, but as a whole, there's not a big, just mill of them together. So I want to make like a Brown and Balanced artist, realm. And Kisira will be one of our featured artists on there. So we'll really get to delve into her brain and figure out, creative and how she comes about stuff. And maybe if I play my cards right, I can get you to draw something live on a Brown and Balanced.
Ooh, I would love that. We'll speed it up a little bit because it can be a slow process, but amplify all those creatives.
Yeah, or maybe we can do like a short video and we can speed up like American Home Videos. They used to speed everything up, and we can do something like that, man. Yeah, so we're gonna start highlighting Black creatives as well, because I feel like we're hand in hand. As Kisira's done with making cocktails, we all can work together and just create dope, amazing spaces, because bartenders are creatives and are right. She's a creative in another realm, so we can make it happen. So I appreciate you. And we got to talk about that Marvin Gaye color, because I need that. That might be a poster. Like, we can make that, and I'm just hanging that over in my bedroom over my bed. You know what I'm saying? Just be me.
Yep, we got it unlocked.
Let's make that happen. I'm just going to get my coins together to send to you now. You know what I mean? I got it.
We got
No,
a Brown Balance album coming out. Album cover coming out.
Hey, we can do it. We can make that happen. I like it. But thank you again. I appreciate you for everything you're doing with us. And we'll see you again soon. Real soon, actually.
Thank you. Much love.
All right, guys. So that was Kisira. That was all the amazing girl. Like I said, y'all see it. I positioned myself right here on purpose so that I can have the photo, you know what I mean, right there next to me. So before we move to our last guest, and this last guest is going to be a doozy. Before we move to that, Campari community, please, the mailing list. I really, like, I know a bunch of y'all did in season 1. It ain't going to stop. Season 2, I want y'all to hit that mailing list. I want Anne Louise to call us and be like, you know what I mean? Like, please, y'all, hit that mailing list. Follow them on Instagram and hit that mailing list. It will not, you will not be disappointed. I always say you never know what you need until you get it. I received things in the mail from Campari from being on that mailing list for a bunch of years that I never knew I needed until I got them. And I've been using things from Campari since. So please, y'all, trust me, you will not be disappointed. All right? So now we're getting ready to move to our last guest. Now, this is only supposed to be a 10-minute conversation. I'm letting y'all know now it was not going to be 10 minutes. I created the OG7 shirt, but there's one name that got left off that shirt. And it was not because he's not as near and dear to me. He's one of my personal OGs, one of the guys who embraced me coming up in the industry as well, who's done work with different brands, traveled to Chicago, would come rock out with me at the bar I worked at, and it was always been love ever since. I want to bring my big brother, Duane, to the stage. That's what happened, right? So I love it. He came on playing G. Y'all know I'm a snowman. That's my no. So this is my big brother, y'all. This is Duane Sylvestre, who has just so y'all know, he's not sitting in a bar. He's sitting in his basement. He's not sitting in an actual bar. He has probably the best bar on the East Coast, restaurant or home. It don't matter. Brother, thank you for coming on. You kicked off season 1 last year with me too.
Hey man, you keep calling me, I'll keep coming. That's for real.
Hey, that's what we're gonna do, man. So let's get into your story, man. You are like the cocktail historian. You know what I mean? By it being Black History Month, I know you know way more than I do. Why don't you go and give us some of the forefathers and a quick little blurbs on like Cato, or you know what I mean? Just talk about some of those people that might not be as well known as Tom Bullock. You know what I mean? Just kind of gives people a little bit of education.
You know, when I keep telling people that it's right place, right time, and I love the attention, I love the opportunity to come out and talk about Tom Bullock, Cato Alexander, Richard Francis. But that's history, and we've been talking about Black history for years and years and years. And I'm sitting here today just watching the show, watching Kisira, watching Janelle, watching and I'm talking about, you know what, this is what we need to be talking about. The stuff that you're talking about is definitely where we're at here. And we're talking about Black history is now. If we're talking about, I was thinking about it before we come in here. I mean, right now, if you're alive right now, this is the last opportunity to know someone that knew someone that was a slave.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there are, and you'll be hard pressed to find them. We are 4 or 5 generations away from, and we're talking about some long life of stories that will not be told, and we can't collect them. So yeah, I'd love to sit here and tell you all about Cato Alexander. I can tell you that, he worked with George Washington, and he came to fame in New York, and they almost killed him, jealousy. But I want to know how we are going to capture the stories of today. I mean, right now we have the microphone, and it was touched on earlier in the conversation that, we have to talk about these things now. And, talking about Black is trending right now, right? I mean, this Black Lives Matter and Black awareness, and what's the one they want everyone to talk about? Not diversity. Bias. Implicit bias, right? So somehow implicit bias is the demon, and if you can acknowledge Black people in the service industry, we can move away from that, right? So But while we have the mic, I mean, think about it. This has been going on since from George Floyd into Juneteenth, and we come back around to Black History Month. So right now is the time for this to all fizzle out. You know, I love to see what the company is doing, what my company is doing, and staying true to the game and double down. But if we don't start telling our own stories, if our platforms don't grow from the platforms that they are giving to us, then we disappear all as quickly. I mean, it's amazing to me. I started talking about Tom Bullock in, I think it was 2014. We did the first, and I don't have much more to add to that story. I don't, very few names have come up since then, and that's with people that are actively looking, people that are digging in the available archives to talk about. So yeah, if you want to find anything on Richard Francis, I mean, still, when I always throw a feather to Dave Wondrich, because Dave, when he was doing his research for his books, found information that he wasn't necessarily focused on, but definitely thought it was important enough to document and collate and put that out there for us. And there's, even if you ask Dave today, where should I look to find more information? He says it's few and far between. You're not going to find it because it wasn't written down. But now we have the mic. Now we are given platforms. We are given platforms to come out here and say, I am Josh Davis. I have a likeness created of me. I mean, we're doing illustrations, we're doing videos, but we have a digital copy, and I mean, we just need to write some more books. And that's how we're going to make this Black history. I hate to be that guy, but I'm over talking about.
I respect it though.
The same people. I want you to know about these people already. If you want to learn about them, yes, I can talk about them. But we're talking to your audience that logs in, and we talk about the same daggone thing. And I'm like, you know what? Get up. Let's learn about these people. Josh, you did what? You did 28 Black bartenders you need to know now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? You need to know them next month. And I'm sick of Black History Month. I want to start the activations on March 1st.
Word.
On March 1st, and let's run that through, and let's keep going. Don't let. I think we're going to see some momentum carry through, but I'm worried about September. I'm worried about next busy season coming out of the pandemic. No one's sitting at home looking for an opportunity. Everyone's about getting back to making that dollar. I am afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm expecting that this fizzles out and we go back to, or we settle into a new norm where people might be careful to throw us a mention, but we're going to lose the spotlight. We're going to lose the stage. And rightfully so. You can't talk about the same damn thing all the time. There's women's issues. There's, Asian violence is popping up right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of crazy things out there. There's many wheels that need to be squeaked. And then I laugh when I sit in some of these trainings and these calls, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about implicit bias, like as if bias is a negative thing. I sat on a call this week, and it was amazing because the person giving the presentation asked two questions. He said, implicit bias, you can't get away from it. He said, I don't care if you think you're not affected by it. Let me ask you two questions. He said, do you live in society? Go ahead and answer me. It's okay.
Yeah.
You live in society?
Yep.
Do you have a brain?
Yep.
You biased as shit.
You got biased. Yeah.
There's one. My bad.
Hey, that's one, Monique. That's one.
I'm making money. It's for
that's
charity.
One, Mo. That's one.
I'm doing it for charity. Okay. So getting people it's amazing that we have to get people to the point where they have to acknowledge that bias exists. Yeah. Josh, you're one of the most biased people I know.
Absolutely.
Right? It's going to happen right now. I'm not going to demonize for you, but what we aren't speaking about is how you allow bias to affect the workplace.
Is what you do.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So the first step in bias, and every bias training I've taken so far that everyone kind of sits to the side is that, I'm not biased. I'm fair. I'm a great person. No, if you're a great person, you're human, right? So bias exists. It does exist, but you need to be aware that it exists and accept that it exists and know where your biases lie so that you can do the right thing and know when you're being affected by your bias.
Absolutely.
This brother came on and asked a question to put things in perspective for people. He asked another question, Josh. He said, if a man walked up to you on the street, walked up to your car and said, give me a ride to the airport tomorrow morning, come pick me up at my house tomorrow morning, 2:00. Here's the address. You roll up your windows and drive off, right?
Absolutely.
But if your mother called you and said, I need you to take me to the airport at 2:00 in the morning, you have nothing to do but go get her, right?
Absolutely.
He said, why? Because you have a relationship, that's bias.
That is. Yeah, you're right.
Right?
You're right.
You know, who you identify with is based on what we've learned, right? It's,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been blown away by some of the, some of them are super aggressive to try to get people out of their comfort zone and say, you know what, you are biased and it's okay. Now, what you do with that bias is where the danger happens, right? And it's not black, white. But right now, in this temperature, in this season that we're in, everything it's in place of bias because black's got to be in the forefront. You know what?
Right.
I'm all for it. Please give us the stage, elevate these voices, give these voices these opportunities. But everyone getting an opportunity, everyone getting a stage, everyone getting a chance. Say something. If you're doing something, don't come out there and just do it because now's the time. Yes, absolutely. Grab every opportunity you get. But when the opportunities are no longer there, still fight and still tell your story.
Absolutely. Hey, bro, I'm just letting you rock, bro. Like, see, so y'all know, like, I get to talk a lot, and everybody, you know, heaps this praise, and Josh is this, and everybody wants to talk to me. You know, when my OGs talk, I just listen. So you keep going, bro.
I ain't got nothing to say to you, Josh. I don't even mess with you no more. We say he left me off the shirt. He gave me this big. Like, imagine you went to the Super Bowl and they announced the starting five, and then said, or the starting lineup, and then said, also on the bench, might not even play today.
But no, so look, to keep it a buck, you and Joe Pereira could have made it on that shirt as well. But I just remember before I met you, that's who was featured on that joint, man. But I got you. I got something for you. Don't even worry about it.
No, it's okay, man. I'm good.
I know you are, but I have something for you.
I just want my hoodie.
Say less.
All right. And that's all. Look, I'm not in uniform today. I got my T-shirt. I love that. But Josh, for real, Lush Life has got you on for a second year.
Yep.
Okay. So I remember Brown and Balance. I remember when somebody came out their mouth and posted some pictures, and you got real vocal about it years ago, you know, and then I learned about your partnership with Lush Life, and they've been strong with you since then. Right. So I applaud what they've done, and I'm glad to see that, you know, Campari's working with you. You've always supported the brands. You know, even when I was with other brands, I was in your bar, you were drinking with stuff you were drinking then, stuff you're still drinking now.
Yep.
You're still putting forward. I want to hear from you. You didn't talk to everybody about what they're excited about in this coming season and all this kind of stuff. And you touched on a couple of things. I love that you're going to broaden the platform to talk about different industries beyond just the service hospitality industry. I want to know what's next for Brown and Balance as a platform, as its own platform.
Wow, as its own platform. So, as an idea, and I can say it here because we family. It's something I'm working on. I'm finishing up the Brown and Balance cocktail ebook, where all the bartenders, it's different volumes coming. All the bartenders who did a Brown and Balance live from the first 3 years will be featured in that book. Little blurbs, how I feel about them, moments from the event, things like that. So that's one. Two, I want to create, and this is something I can say here because I'm working on it already, but there will be a Brown and Balance app created. And do you remember the On the Bar app a few years ago that was really hot?
Yep.
I want to create something similar. I'm not going to say what exactly.
Now, don't do that.
Something similar to that, but a Brown and Balance version of that. So that's coming soon. The T-shirt brand, the normalized Black bartenders. That T-shirt brand is going to go live and super big. Like I said, you know, the way my bank account is set up, I moved from a checking to my savings. You know what I mean?
3 days.
I got some things coming with the T-shirt brand. Normalized Black bartenders will be a fully functional T-shirt brand. And then on the Brown and Balance side, I want to move into a mentorship. I want to be like how Tails created a CAP program. I want to create like a Brown and Balance CAP program, something similar to that, to where we really push to the forefront those younger, them hungry bartenders. You know, we got 12 bartenders coming this season, right? One of them especially, she is like the hungriest bartender I've ever seen in my life. All she talk, like her boyfriend got to probably be like, she don't talk about nothing but drinks. But I'm like, I remember when I was that bartender, when I was getting exposed to I was meeting people like you and Clyde and Jackie and Lynn and, you know, Frankie. And I was like, oh, this is dope. I can do this. I can do that. I don't have to just be the hood bartender making tequila and roses all night, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But I can expand beyond that. And so she's hungry like that. And that's what I'm really looking forward to, getting her on camera and really just letting her tell her story, man. That's really, as a platform, it's the next thing we're doing. And then eventually down the line, you know how y'all get to go to Camp Run 'em Up? We might have a Brown and Balance Camp Run 'em Up weekend. You know what I'm saying? We might just pull up in Miami, pull up at Duane house, and just, you know, Brown and Balance weekend. You know what I mean?
I thought Camp Run 'em Up was Brown and Balance weekend.
It is now. It is now. But but it's like, you know, expanded to do things like that, because I want to start to reach those TGI Friday bartenders. I want to start reaching them mom and pop, you know, in the hood, you know, just the old school quote unquote barmaid that's been there forever. Like I want to reach those people and let them tell their stories.
That's what the stories are.
Because the thing is, in our industry, man, you know, because all this craft stuff, people forget about those spots. Because everybody wants to run and go to the new hot craft bar in that city. You know, man, when I come to DC, hey, man, take me southeast. Where are the little spots over there? Because I know those bartenders are just as, if not more talented as these craft bartenders. So let's start getting their stories out. Let's, you know, I got an idea for a clubhouse room, you know, called, you know, Tales of a Black Bartender. And we tell some stories from them wild nights when you used to work at the spot. Like I used to work at the after-hour spot, didn't open up till 2 a.m. We closed at 10 a.m. the next morning. No cash register. I had a drop box under a table, and I had to bring my gun to work with me every night because I never knew what was going to happen.
No change.
No
Pay
change.
me exact. It's gone. I ain't got it. You ain't getting
credit
it.
card, no POS system, nothing. I had a drop box with about 300 in it, and my pistol sitting right next to it, because that's that humble beginning that I had. That, you know, that's where I had to work, and I want people to show some of those stories and let's see people know, because see, a lot of these bartenders that get to come out and they get to go to these real cool craft bars, they ain't never really grind like that and hustle like that. You ain't never been the bartender, the server, the host, security, the bar manager, all at the same time. You feel me? Somebody said ask Duane about Jasper's days.
That ain't nobody. That's Aaron. That ain't
that's Aaron. Oh man. Shout out to Aaron, one of our 28 black bartenders you need to know, from a series on Brown and Balance. Yo, if you're not following Brown and Balance on Instagram, please do it. I got 2 days left, 2 dope bartenders left. But it's been a joy just to be able to put some that I know really well and some that I don't know as well on that stage, man. So that's what I'm working on, bro. Like it's a lot, man. We're gonna make this into a full movement. I feel like this can be on par with the Tales, on par with the Run Amongst, on par with all these cocktail weeks. It can definitely be that. It's gonna take a lot of work. You know what I mean? I'm gonna lean on you a little bit.
That's all right. Put in the work, man. It's
gonna
happen.
Yeah, and I feel like it happened, man. We got a good foundation. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lush Life again, man. I can never thank them enough for this. You know what I mean? For allowing me to take this idea and make it into this, man. Shout out to Campari. Y'all already know, man. I rock with y'all all day long. You see what I'm doing today. So.
Oh, I got something.
Oh,
this one right here.
Oh.
But I got one which I ain't gonna talk about it because I ain't trying to answer no questions about it.
Yeah, don't do that. We talk about that offline.
To answer, back in those Jasper's days, it was different, you know, and I was different. My coworkers hated me at Jasper's because Jasper's was about making our money. We were out there. We had a menu. We were quick with it. The drinks were great, right? We were rival with TGI Fridays down the street. People. Fridays, either you went to Fridays or you went to Jasper's, and we would hustle. But my coworkers hated me because I'd be the one to jump off bar, run in the kitchen, make something different, and come out here and start selling. Because people talking about, oh no, I want the way he make it.
I want the way he make it. Oh my God, yes.
Right. So, and you know, I mean, we're Greenbelt. wasn't the hood, but this was the accessible suburbs, if you will.
I get it.
And so we were throwing, and it was years later that I realized that that wasn't part of the model I wanted to be a part of. What I'm talking about, I'm talking about I don't want to be better than anyone else in my program, right? So I don't want people coming to the bar and saying, "No, I want him to make my drink." Right. That's me being selfish and taking praise and elevating, and it made the whole program look bad.
Yep.
So when I finally got the opportunity to write and give input on programs, I always took the position that, we're all going to do it the same way, not my way. If you have a way that's better than the way I'm doing it, let's all do it that way so that we can be consistent. So that I want people to say this is the best bar, not that one of the bartenders there makes really good drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken that approach to my entire community. I don't want DC. Don't ask me where the best bar in DC is. I mean, I can tell you now because there's disparity, but I want the whole city I want everyone here to be better. You know what? And when you're talking about those TGI Fried bars or those single independent restaurants that maybe aren't into the craft, there are people there creating experiences, hosting, and gaining and sharing stories, and that is part of our greater community. So we want to uplift and raise all of them. One of the best bar experiences I ever had was sitting at a wine bar at a counter in the back of a liquor store, and all they was pouring was wine in plastic cups. But the bartender there, the wine tender, whatever you want to call it, the barista, I don't know amazing service, interaction, and awareness of their environment. So whatever you do to better our community on the whole, and that's all this yang I'm talking about is talking about uplifting a broad community. It's not about individuals. We can only highlight individuals to show what they're doing, but all these people are giving back and engaging in their community. And that's how we do it.
Yep. And that's what's important. That's what Brown and Balance is. It ain't, Brown and Balance ain't about Josh, man. It's a community. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about me at all. Like I want to see all us win. You know what I'm saying? Because if we all win, then the culture wins. And that's what's most important. You know what I mean? Like people talked about Ho when he created Title, but the culture won because artists started getting their money. And so that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? It's like if I could do anything to help the whole, man, let's do it. Because I'm going to win at the end. When I see you, I see Janae, I see Kisira, I see Kiata, I see Toki. Like, it's so many names. Like, I'll never forget, man. I'll never forget.
Yeah, I just went and downloaded TikTok and followed Kisira. I was like, all right, I'm going to find out about this.
Hey, that is dope. But she do a thing on there, man. It's like, that's dope content that needs to be seen.
She halfway pregnant? That's a whole line.
I don't know what halfway pregnant is.
That's a whole line. That's a meme. That's a T-shirt. I'm about to find. She's gonna hate me.
That might be the new Brown and Balance shirt that come out. Man. That might be the next shirt, man. The halfway pregnant shirt, man. But no, she did. She rocked the whole event. Never complained. Never wanted to sit down. She was like, because I was like, yo, you okay? You need anything? Because I don't want you. Like, I didn't know how far along she was, and I'm like, do not go into labor at Brown and Balance, please. We do not need that.
Man, those stories would have been great today.
Oh, it would have been a wonderful story if she would have won the labor at Brown and Balance.
It would have been a great story today.
Oh my God, if I had to deliver the baby, that went down in history. But she rocked the event and killed that gold dress she was in.
That's like when you write the movie, when you write the script for the TV show, she's
having the baby at the event. She is absolutely having the baby at the event. Yes. But now, big bro, I appreciate you, man, coming on, man. This is dope, man.
Hey, man, anytime and every time. I'm just, you know what? I said I'm not. Every time I come on here and I throw praise at you. I throw praise at you. I'm not gonna throw no praise at you today.
No.
What I'm gonna tell you to do is keep your head down and keep driving forward and doing what you're doing, brother, because it's great. Everyone benefits. The exposure.
Man, talk to Eric King because he just texted me that same thing last night. You talked to E King last night because he literally texted me the same thing last night. That's just a thing.
It's a mantra I share. I got, who I got it from? I got it from one of my bar mentors, Kevin Dietrich. His bar's on fire in San Francisco right now. But when Kevin left me in DC, I said, what do I need to do to get some attention from these? He said, don't worry about the attention. Put your head down, do your work. anything else is coming. So I try not to worry about anything else but the work.
Word. Hey, that's great advice. I appreciate you always bless me with the gym, man. So I appreciate you, man. For real. So
Is that 10 minutes? 10 minutes up?
No, well, we done went way past 10 minutes. You already knew we wasn't finna go 10 minutes. That ain't, I don't think that I haven't looked at the Facebook comments, but I don't think they mad at what they just heard. You know what I mean? So, you know, me and you just we gonna do what we do. We rebels, man. That's just what we are, man. But before we get out of here, I want to bring everybody out the green room who's left, and we're gonna bring everybody on camera. Come hang out. Janae, we got to look when we do the movie. You're gonna have the baby in Portland, okay?
I'm not acting. Don't tell me.
Kisira, I'm about to commission a
The
piece.
cocktails and giving birth. What kind of stuff?
Hey, and then it's like, yo, you give birth, and then like we wrap the baby in a brown and balanced blanket.
Oh my God.
Ultimate
Like we had the baby up like Kizzy was. You know what I'm saying? I got you.
Like Simba?
You know what I'm saying? Be honest. Hey, the brown and balanced movie coming soon. There we go. Hey, that's a great TikTok.
No, it's not. But I think it's no effort.
Now, hey, I want to thank all of you all for coming on for the kickoff show. This has been a lot of fun. I appreciate every one of you for all the work you're doing to continue Brown and Balance going. Everybody who's on Facebook watching, I'm going to jump on Instagram. So we do the Brown and Balance post show on Instagram in about 15 minutes. And we'll have some fun on there to recap everything that happened today. Do you guys got anything you want to leave the people?
Like Duane said, let's keep Black History Month keep going all year round. All year round.
Keep making
I'm just watching
365.
I'm watching all these beautiful women here, strong women here,
Man.
women here. You know what? Black History Month's about to step aside because women's coming right after.
That's right.
I love it.
These gorgeous women there.
Look at you. Talking about Charlemagne and who?
Charlemagne and Angie Martinez. That's what we do.
So you
So
black
I must
tan.
be Nas or KRS on the B-side. Shit. That's
No, Duane, we gotta come up with the Caribbean version.
all right. I'm here.
Right. No, I appreciate
For all
you,
of it.
man. Thank y'all. I think that's it, man. If our producer says that's it, man, we out. So that way I can get off camera so I can curse.
Bye.
Peace.
They
I'm
say
going to dot,
everyone
dot,
stay
dot.
healthy.